Hey everybody, I'm Holland Striplin. I'm one of the casting directors for The Biggest Loser seasons 5 through 10, and we are here in Chicago this week doing a casting call tomorrow, Saturday, March the 6th, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. at the NBC Tower downtown Chicago. So if you're in the area and you have 100 pounds or more to lose, we'd love to see you at the casting call tomorrow. And speaking of casting calls, I've gotten a lot of messages, emails, and Facebook postings, Twitters, and everything else about what to expect tomorrow. So basically, the rules state you shouldn't line up more than 3 hours ahead of time. Some people choose to follow those rules and some people do not, but it's not necessary to line up before 7 a.m. since the call time is 10 o'clock. The reason being is that Brandon and I are going to see everybody that comes through tomorrow. I don't care how many people we have, we'll make it a point to make sure that we see every single person. And the rules it states we guarantee to see the first 500, but do not even worry about that. Just throw it out the window because Brandon and I will see everybody. So I don't want anybody to get scared and think there's going to be 10,000 people and there's no way that we're ever going to be seen, because it's totally not true. This is not American Idol. And, there will be a lot of people, but it won't be anywhere near 10,000 people, I assure you. And we've never had a problem getting through everybody before. So please don't use that as an excuse. I know that if you're overweight, you probably are used to giving a lot of excuses, but don't let that be one of them. If you can't make it to the casting call tomorrow, then I strongly encourage you to either try to go to Detroit Casting Call, which is next weekend. It's fairly close to here, or to try to go to thebiggestlosercasting.com with information on how to make a videotape, because we will be watching those tapes all along the way while we're on the road. We have a team back home watching the tapes and whatnot, and then also when we get home we'll continue watching tapes into the last day, right before they pick the cast. So what to expect tomorrow? Come prepared. All you need to bring with you is a photograph. If you absolutely don't have a photograph, then, if you're great and we think you're good for the show, then obviously we're not going to turn you away because you didn't bring a picture. So definitely don't sweat that too much. But if you have one that you can bring any size, tiny little picture, big picture, huge poster, whatever, bring it so that we can put it with your application and put a name with the face with the name. Okay, we will provide the applications and everything that you need while you're there. So you don't have to print the one off the web. You can, but we're going to have a shorter one that you'll have to fill out regardless. So don't worry about that. Our production assistants will be handing those out in line. Bring some extra pins that you can share with your neighbors. We'll have some, but we won't have one for every single person. We recycle those, so don't take them. If you're there tomorrow, don't take our pins. Let's see, what else? You'll be waiting in line for probably quite a while. Some people have to wait, several hours to get in, which is expected at any kind of casting call for a major show. Not if it's a tiny show that nobody's ever heard of, then those casting calls are like 3 people. But anyway, yeah, so you'll make friends online. Everybody that's ever been to one of our casting calls has always said, hey, I met the greatest people in line. We're friends now. We've formed support groups. We talk to each other all the time. We've lost weight together, and then so forth. So Biggest Loser casting calls are known for being amazing and fun, and everybody has a great time waiting in line. The weather in Chicago happens to be great. So great for you guys, I guess. Not great for somebody from LA. It's a little cold here, but the sun's out. I think it's supposed to be a good day tomorrow, maybe in the 40s-ish, I think, which is a lot better than I think last year. This time we were here and it's like 13 degrees and snowing, so you guys will have it made tomorrow. But come weather appropriate, obviously, coats, hats, scarves, gloves, all those things so that you don't freeze and have to go to the hospital or anything. Bring a little lawn chair or, director's chair, whatever you have lying around, unless you, don't mind sitting on the ground and that type of thing, because, again, you'll be in line waiting and you probably don't want to stand up for however long that is. Bring some things to keep you hydrated, water preferably, no sodas in line. I know you guys, I know how you are. No, but bring water or something to keep you hydrated. Bring snacks, healthy snacks. Again, don't be bringing Mickey D's up in that line. I know you already thought about it. I see you. But yeah, bring something that will keep you satisfied in line, because I don't know that there's too much around the area that you can get. I mean, maybe there is. I'm not real familiar with the area, but anyway. And, bring something to keep you occupied. If you're not one of those types of people that wants to sit in line and talk to everybody else around you, then you may want to bring a book or a Game Boy, or do they still make Game Boys? I don't even know. I think they do. PSPs, whatever. Bring something to keep you occupied. For me, it would be some trashy gossip magazines. But anyway, have fun. That's the most important thing. It's all about having fun, making friendships, and lasting memories. So whenever you get in to meet with us, so you've been waiting in line, you get to the front of the line, then you go in the holding area, and that's another thing. A lot of people are saying, are you going to be inside and outside? You'll be both. Some people will be inside. Whenever you get to a certain point, you'll move into the inside. But for the most part, at the beginning, you'll be at the outside. So when you get up to the holding area, then, a few tables will go ahead of you, then you'll come in. What to expect in the casting call room. Brandon and I are the only two casting directors that will be running this casting call. So we'll have a table of probably anywhere from 8 to 15 people, just depending on what the turnout is tomorrow and whatnot. We'll be sitting there or standing there and meeting with you guys. So when you come in, you'll sit around the table. And if you're with your partner, stay with your partner. If you don't have a partner, that's just as well. There's a lot of rumors floating around there that if you're individual, you're not going to make the show. Totally not true. We're kind of hoping for a single season, but it could be a partner season. You never know what the producers are going to throw at us last minute, so don't count anything out at this point. It's the first week of casting. They don't know what they want for 100% sure yet. So if you have a partner, come. If you don't have a partner, come. Seriously, post that on every website that you go to. Have a partner come, don't have a partner come. Anyway, so you'll sit there and you'll have, each table's generally from 5 to 10 minutes long, again, depending on what the turnout is. So, you may have 30 seconds to speak. You may have 2 minutes to speak, somewhere in there. It's not a lot of time. So in that time, you need to be able to show us your personality and tell us kind of your story. Abby from season 8, she came in, sat down, and said, I'm overweight and I lost my family in a car accident. She kind of told us the story, the short, condensed version of the story, and that's her backstory. Another person might come in and say, hey, I've been overweight my whole life. I eat 10 cheeseburgers a day and drink 15 sodas or whatever. Kind of just tell us what your story is. Think about what your story is. A condensed version of what your story is. Don't come in and say, I'm overweight because I eat fast food. Yeah, but what else? There's got to be more to you than that. So tell us a little bit more about yourself. And again, you don't have long, so condense it as much as possible. Personality. At the end of the day, this is a reality TV show. Everybody in line with you needs to lose weight, and everybody in line with you probably has 100 plus pounds to lose. So that does not make you unique. You need to tell us what makes you unique. What sets you apart from every other person sitting there with you at the table and every other person there at the casting call. There's got to be something unique about you, and that's what we want to know what it is. If you don't think there is anything unique about you, then good Lord, you better have a great personality. But no, everybody has something unique about them. Ask people around you and your friends and family what's unique about you. Personality, if you're funny, be funny. We at this casting call, we like to have fun. And if somebody starts crying, then it triggers like everybody crying and emotional, and we want this to be fun. We cry in the interviews, so save the crying for later. If you do cry at the table, we're not going to disqualify you. Obviously, it's Biggest Loser, people cry. But at the same time, we want it to be fun and high energy, and everybody to, we really want to get a feel for your personality right then and there, since it's such a short, condensed period of time that we get to know you in. So definitely keep that in mind. If you are a shy person and it takes you a while to warm up in groups, this is the one time that you want to warm up as quick as you possibly can, because again, you only have a short period of time to really show us who you are. So if that does happen and you freeze up and you don't know what to say, because it happens all the time, we might still see something in you for sure, and we may still call you back. But if you don't get a call back, then be sure and send in a video, because then you can really showcase who you are, what you're all about, and why you want this. And we want people this season that are extremely determined and aren't going to